Hey guys, my name's Jeff, and I'm an old '80s hair band rocker. Learned to play guitar real young, and here's one of my picks from younger in the day. Later, after giving my life to Christ, I played in a worship band, and now I mainly play guitar for enjoyment. But I know there's a lot of people want to learn how to play guitar, so anyway, these videos I'm going to go over all the basics, and we're going to kind of take that road step by step on there and get you to where you're familiar with the notes and the chords and strumming. And anyway, so it'll be a good journey, so just stay tuned after we roll the intro and we'll get started.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
I'm gonna be teaching some of the basics. Like why do you want to learn? It's for those that want to learn to play guitar. And first question is, why do you want to learn to play it? It's not really a wrong answer. Some people like to play it just for their own enjoyment. Some people like to take it around, like I have RVs in this channel, and some people like to take it around for sitting around the campfire playing. Some people like the camaraderie of a band and getting gigs and playing together as a band to make music. Other people just have a message that they want to get out, and the best way for them to get that out is through the words of music. So anyway, I'm going to go through the basics and teaching everybody the basics of the guitar and get them to at least through that beginning point. I'm not sure how long I'll do it, but I'm going to at least get it to where, you can play the notes, make the chords, and things like that. So, keep tuning in. I'm going to be putting more videos on here and kind of teaching this along the way. Once you get to where you have the basics down, if you want to take that further, you can. Like I said, I'm an old '80s hair band rocker. I used to play the gigs in the bands. After I gave my life to Christ, I was a worship pastor for a while. I did that, and now more than anything, I play it at home just because I love playing the guitar. So anyway, hope these help, and we'll get started on the videos. Thanks for joining us. So anyway, we're gonna kind of go over some things on the guitar, and I want to start with the very basics. So looking at the guitar, terms you're going to hear, this is called the body of the guitar. Sometimes you have a little rest pad, and that's called an armrest on it. If it's an electric guitar with one of those bars on it, it's called a whammy bar. But you have your bridge back here, which is however you do it. On these acoustic guitars, there's pegs that hold the strings in there. Some of your electric guitars, they go up through the back and they're kind of locked in here. So anyway, whenever you get here, this hole is the sound hole on it. When you have an electric, like this is an electric acoustic, you have pickups in here, or what picks up the sound. This is called the neck of the guitar, right? This area here. All this in here on the front of it's called the fretboard. Usually the back's kind of rounded so your hand can slide real good on it. Each of these metal bars are called frets, right? And they also tend to call the space between it the fret. So this first thing is called the nut, right? I always refer to it as the first fret, because if you're playing music and somebody goes, hey, move up to the first fret, they're talking about this space. So it's easier if in your mind you think of that as like, technically that's the nut and this would be the first fret. But, to me it's just easier, because when someone's talking about the third fret, they're talking about in here. So I always kind of consider that like the first fret, and that's where I'm at. Second fret, third fret, You know, it's coming down to this. This is called the headstock, or, you know, of the guitar, the head of it. And then these are called tuning keys, you know, and that's basically each string goes from that peg and the hole down there, comes up, connects into here, and you turn this peg clockwise, counterclockwise to tune it. You'll also notice these dots on here. They put these dots on the 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, the 9th fret, and then you'll see on the 12th fret there's 2 dots, and then they go again on the, you know, the 3rd fret past that, the 5th fret past that, or whatever. The reason they do that too is an easy indicator, you know, because a lot of your major chords are starting on the, either up here on the beginning of it or on the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th fret, and they're real good markers to get used to getting places real fast. So, and right here, having the 2 dots, that is called an octave, which means it's exactly 12 tones above where that open, like your open E started. That open E, and this is that same note, an octave higher, which is 12 tones higher, where the letters start over again. So I'm going to explain more about that. Your open strings going down, just, you know, playing it open without pushing anything down on it. That's an E. So your next string down, which would be your second one from the top, is an A. The next one down, which would be a 3rd string from the top, is D. Your next string down, which is your 4th one from the top, is G. Your next one down, which would be the 5th one from the top or 2nd one from the bottom, however you want to look at it, is B. And then your last string, the very bottom one, is E again. You'll notice that bottom one, E, is above this one, or the same as that one. So the notes on the guitar, as you can see here, are E, A, D, G, B, E. So, like the acronym, every apple does go bad eventually. It's E, A, D, G, B, E. A good way to remember the string names, E, A, D, G, B, is just make up some acronym. Like I used to think, every apple does go bad eventually. Every is an E for the top one. Apple for A. Does for D. G, go. B, bad. E, eventually. Now for tuning, you know, you can go to, and you can find them all over the internet. You can go buy you a tuner if you want to for, you know, $30 or something. Or go to Google Play or iPhone store and just punch in Guitar Tuner app, and, you know, there's a bunch of them out there that you just set your phone down by it. Like, I'll show you the one I have on the phone right now. Is it's one of the apps I got off of Google Play before this video. And you just set it on your leg right by it. I'll start the app and I'll kind of screenshot it, but you know, whenever I'm going, you just hit one of them, and then you can lower this or raise it, you know, to have it wherever you want it. Same thing, and yours with a 6 string is going to be a lot easier than this. This one I have to really think about what string I'm on, but, you know, when I'm doing that, it's just using this, turning it counterclockwise or clockwise to raise or lower that pitch. And on your tuner, you can see how it's going up and down on it. Okay, so I'm just starting the tuner app I downloaded from Google Play, and And let me see, just gotta allow the mic. And we'll hit the E. Whoops, there went my D. So the E string you can tell is good. So then I can go to A. It's good. My other A. See, that string is a little bit high. So I can turn the key to get that in there. That's good. D. That one's good. E. And E. And then you just do the E string and all the other ones. But you can see how the app works. So I wanted to kind of go over too, holding the pick. Like you'll notice a lot of the time your hand is laying like, resting on the guitar. So you'll see my thumb's kind of parallel and my first finger is kind of going pointed towards the point of the pick. That's what I found to be the most useful. And with your picking, instead of always trying to go down, makes it real rigid. Practice up, down, go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's going to make it a lot easier when you're so if you down, up, down, up, down. So, when you're going down and up, it makes it a lot easier to go a little bit quicker with your stuff. Also on your fingers, you'll notice I always try to cover a fret with each of my fingers. Now sometimes the pinky has to go out and cover another fret, but like on Smoke on the Water, would you see how it open, third fret, and then sixth, a pinky in that. Or sometimes even on that you could slide it. So that's a good thing also to get used to doing as well. And the proper way really to hold these like in a classical style is with your thumb on the back, arching your hand around and pressing straight down on the strings. Now you'll see you'll see some rockers, Jimi Hendrix and other ones that used to just grip it. In fact, a lot of time you'd see Jimi Hendrix playing things going, and he'd be wrapping his thumb around and playing. So knowing the rules are one thing, and knowing when to break them and how to break them. Jimi Hendrix was an awesome artist, and different people. It's a lot of people that if you learn things the correct way, you'll see a lot of people just don't even do that. They kind of have their own style they get used to. So, but if you're looking at proper etiquette, it's wrapping that around, playing it, pushing these down and everything else. Now, some people tend to hold it, with it back like that, and it just kind of becomes more comfortable. But it helps with a lot of things like carpal tunnel, finger strength, and everything to practice it, doing it the right way. And then if you develop another style, that's fine. But that's a good thing to practice is, coming in, using one. And on the notes, keep in mind, one of the things we've been going over today are the notes. So keep in mind that everything is just a scale, and I'm going to go more into these scales on the guitar, but keep in mind like the top string is E, the next one is A. Why is that A? Because if you look, if you were walking down the note scale on a musical scale, it would be E, F, G, A. you know, that's going to be, that next open note is the same as pressing this A down on the 5th fret, and the top one is the same. Hear how those are the same note? So you can play notes, instead of having to play everything on the top string, you can go. Yeah, so you can play even the next one. A, B, C. The next open one is D. So usually going down a scale, there's about 3 notes until you get down to this string down here that's like E, F, G, is 1, 3, A, B, C. Next one is D, D, E, F. Next one is G. And then there's only one note you're pressing down there because the open one was G, A. The next one is B, B, C, D. Next one is E, and then F, G. So that makes up like a whole chromatic scale thing. So anyway, that would be the same thing as going down. So it's the same thing as walking note by note down this way, going down this way. Right here I went A, B, C. You know, because between B and C, there's only a half step, and E and F. So if you started here, which would be A, remember open is E, F, G, A. So if you stayed in this 5th fret and went A, B, C, D, the next one's D, E, that one is a half step because it's between E and F. So G, A, B, C, D, E. So I'm going to share with you a couple of, the first is a note diagram with all the notes on the guitar neck, and the second one is my actual guitar neck with the notes labeled what each of them are. You know, practice these, get familiar with them, screenshot them, and practice those, because in the next lesson we'll be going over chords and different stuff like that, and maybe some strumming techniques and things like that. So anyway, kind of practice these, get familiar with what the notes are on the guitar, and here's the screenshots. So really, when you're looking at music, after your guitar's tuned, music is just an accumulation of different notes to come up with something. Let's take, you know, and just looking at the top string, the E string. So you have a scale of notes that go from E all the way through the octave to E, and, you know, for each note you have that. So when you're looking at these notes, you're looking at E. Now between E and F, there's no sharps or flats or anything, so just the next one is F. Now the next fret down makes the next note, F sharp. The next one down is G. The next one down is G sharp. Next one down is A. So generally there's 2 frets between each note, except between E and F and B and C. So from A sharp, B, C is only a half a step, right? So then D, and then you're back to E, same as the open. E, E, E. It's just 1 octave higher. So the same thing like on the second one, which is A, right? So if you were going A sharp, B, C, remember between B and C, there's only a half a step. then C sharp, D, D sharp, E, and there's a half step up to F, you know, so this one would be F, G, A. So anyway, my guitar jumped out of tune a little bit. I apologize for that, but I will get it tuned and everything on the app for the next video. But I just wanted to show you that. So when you're looking at for your first, you know, I like to put some kind of little song or something you can learn. So let's take Smoke on the Water, which, you know, if you look E, F, G. So Smoke on the Water, it consists of the song. So that's E, G, A, E, G, A sharp, A, E, G, A, G, E. So that's all on the top string. Just, if you're just counting the frets, it'd be 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0, all on one string. Once again, 0, 3, 5, E, G, A sharp, A, E, G, A, G, E. Sorry about that, I was choking on my own spit. Anyway, I'm a real person, I'm not a robot, so you take what you can get. Anyway, it's the first lesson. Just kind of wanted to go through the notes, go all that. We are going to be doing more lessons, so make sure you're tuning in. Please click on the like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Be notified. I will be making these videos and posting them, so be sure to get notified as I'm doing them. Practice in between times of the things I'm teaching you so that you'll kind of have that all under your belt for the next time that the video comes out, and we can kind of continue forward with it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and look forward to seeing you next time. Hey guys, so to be notified of any of these videos that we're making in the future, if you like this one, please click on the comment, the like, subscribe buttons down below, and you'll be notified as we're releasing more of these instructional videos. Once again, thank you for watching.